Hey, what's good, everybody? This is King JB of the MMA Kingdom.com and MMA Kingdom, obviously, MMA Affiliates Radio. Basically, what I want to do today is give a review for June White's Dana White, King of MMA book that she had recently written. It is out now. Make sure you guys go check it out. Go to Amazon. Go, you can get it. Bottom line of it is, go to JuneWhiteMMA.com and you'll find all your information there. June White is the mother of Dana White. Before I get started, I want to give a special shout out to my sponsors. Big ups to Gorilla MMA. Huge ups to WhatYourFight.com. Definitely MMAMadhouse.com. Mobsters Fight Gear. And I believe that's it. Full Guard Fight Gear. At the moment, that's it, because I'm dismissing a couple of the others. So if I didn't say your name, though, it didn't mean I dismissed you. I may have forgot you, though, so don't take it personal. But King JB, basically what I'm trying to do here is review this book. It was a very good book. It's 136 pages. You can read it in the afternoon. It won't take you forever to read, but there's a shitload of information in it. Basically, okay, June White starts off, describing a little bit about Dana White now, the UFC, and she gives a lot of good, positive notes about Dana White. People think that this book is just bashing Dana White. No, it isn't. She loves her son, and it's very obvious through this book how much she loves her son. And by the time you get to the end of the book, you will kind of feel sorry for her and her family and what they've went through. Dana White has done a lot of damage, and you guys see as you read the book. I'm going to give away a little bit, but I don't want to give away too much, because I want you guys to seriously go buy the book. Take my word for it. And for the people that read a lot, you'll love it. It'll be quick and easy. For the people that don't like to read a lot, it's 136 pages, 152 pages, whatever it actually is. The truth of it is even if you don't like to read a lot, it's so small. It's not a huge novel. You guys can make it through it. So for readers, it's a perfect book, and it has a lot of information. But anyways, she goes through his childhood as a baby, She describes that when he was first born, the pregnancy in itself, you'll be shocked. I do want to say he had a very abusive father, and he was out of the picture for a long time. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. They left Florida and left him behind. No, they left because he went to Florida and left him behind. Sorry, I'm a little loopy right now. Took some pain meds for my back, so I'm, you know how it goes. But anyways, in the childhood and out of pregnancy, she didn't gain any weight. She lost weight. She was 19. It was her first kid. She was kind of naive, so she didn't really realize how much problem it was that she lost the weight. Hold on, I got people coming around. Time out for a second. This crackhead just roaming down the street, all fucked up. I didn't get the tape it in time, but watch her. People out. She don't know where the fuck she's going. Anyway, that's why I had to stop the video, man. We had a crackhead just kind of moseying by. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, shit happens. But anyway, back to the book. This is the best review you'll ever see, because I'm King JB, man. I'm the only motherfucking journalist that you'll have a crackhead just in the middle of the taping. Anyway, and I'm the only one that'll let you see it. I'm not going to edit it out. Now, here's the thing. June White didn't lose any weight. Gain any weight. She lost weight during her pregnancy, which is really spooky shit. Dana White, he was born, and his mother said that he had the blackest eyes. It reminded her of Rosemary's Baby, which had just came out a year before. Maybe some Lucifer in Dana White, according to her, Miss White, sorry. Well, June White. I don't know if it's, But anyway, with that being said, that started, obviously, she had, thoughts about how spooky that was. But anyway, she says that as a kid, he was very good. You know what I mean? It was very good. She gave a funny story about how, he tried to, punk a chicken, tried to go after a chicken, a rooster. And then the rooster wasn't playing that shit. The rooster ended up coming after him and chasing him. And then every time he came outside, the rooster would come at him. Dana White was not born in Boston. He was not one of them Southie toughies, tough guys. She mentioned that. So he wasn't the Southie tough guy gangster that he probably wanted to be. He's not Whitey Ford. He doesn't know nothing. He's not that guy. He was raised in a very good family in a 5-bedroom home in Las Vegas. That's the truth. He was given a lot of shit from his mother, including one time his mother got a $55,000 check for back Social Security, and Dana White was trying to start a business. So she, just to be cool, got him his shirts with his logo on it, his hats, jacket, all that shit, and sent it to him. She was a great mother, and I give her a lot of credit for everything. They had a great relationship. Dana White got into the UFC, got that going. She stood behind him, went to all the events. But eventually Dana White changed. They would be at events, after parties, and she'd go to say something, and he'd look at her and say, "Shut the fuck up." One time they were walking, behind the scenes at an event. She said she was talking to other people about Randy Couture, and Dana White told her, "Shut the fuck up. You don't know shit about that." My point behind all this, hold on a second. I don't know if it's a crackhead or not. No, it wasn't. Anyway, I'm going to continue. Sorry, I'm getting all these interruptions. But it is what it is, man. I'm outside. And it's a nice day right now. So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to continue. Dana White got some money, and he acted real funny, and he, she emailed him and said, I like my old Dana back. I don't know what's going on here. And he emailed her back, and he said, "Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?" You know what I'm saying? And why would you say that to your mother? Dana White needs to realize, who the fuck does he think he's talking to? That's the woman that used to wash his little balls in the sink. You see what I'm saying? He needs to really think about that, man. But I am posting another video on Dana White. This is just a review on the book. Now, with that being said, all right, obviously things changed. Then Dana White started doing some real foul shit. 2011, January, his grandma, 93 years old, who, first of all, let me make this clear. Dana White obviously was rich, but his grandmother lived in the same trailer for 40 years, broke, living off Social Security. He never helped her. He sent her $5,000 check one time when he first got the UFC. Can you imagine that? His mother never helped her at all. And he used to always tell her, "When I get rich, you'll never have to work again, Mom." Dana White lied to them. He let them live broke. Not even Osama bin Laden did that to his people. Do you see what I'm saying? You see how fucked up that is? Now, what else we got? All right, now to the stories that really touched me in this book. His grandma, 93 years old, in January of this year, got in the hospital, real sick, Dana, deadly sick. And Dana did come and he said, "Grandma, I love you. I'm going to take you here with me to Vegas, and I'm going to get you the best doctors in the world. I'm going to get you the best doctors in the world." And he lied. And I'm going to tell you, anyway, his grandma got out of the hospital. And here's the thing, I think Dana White said it, and so does June White, thinks he said it to her because he expected her to die in the hospital and never get out, so he wouldn't even have to do it. But anyway, so Dana White, Grandma White, she gets out of the hospital. She goes home like every other old lady does and brags to her friends about her nephew, her grandson. She says, my grandson, he's going to bring me to Vegas and let me live with him and take care of me and have the best doctors in the world. He's going to get me the best doctors in the world. They're going to take care of me. Okay? She was waiting on Dana White. He never came. Never came. In fact, 5 months later, she died. And she had never spoken to him again since that day. Not only did he not come, he never even called her again. And she died. It's a fucking sad story, man. I'm a grandma's boy. That's a sad fucking story. I love my grandma to death, man. And knowing that he did that to his own grandmother, I'm hurt to hear that, man. It's disgusting. So, then we're going to go to the next story, with his sister, who he was real close with, super tight with. His sister was the godmother of his kids, with his bitch-ass wife, Ann, who was just like him, disrespected Dana's mama. I don't play that shit. My mother did things to me that was horrible, and I still don't disrespect her like Dana did his mom, who loved him and took care of him. Now, his sister, though, he was supposed to go to the Christian, whatever it is when, I don't know, but there was a ceremony for his sister's kid to get christened or whatever it's called, and he was going to come and he was going to be the godfather or whatever of her children. Anyway, Dana came, and he was spending a week in Boston, and he decided to throw a party the night before. Now, at that party, he wanted everybody there. His mother and his sister was going to come, but they didn't know where it was going to be at, and they kept calling him, and he wouldn't answer the phone. So they ended up missing the party. The next day, he was really pissed off. He was trying to leave, get on a plane. He said, fuck it all, I'm not even going to go to the ceremony. And his mother quickly went to his hotel, put him in check. He still wouldn't come. So she basically took his son. She took little Dana and went to the ceremony. Obviously, Dana can't leave Boston without his kid. So he showed up and finally did it. Later on, when his mother told his sister how she got him there, of course her sister was crushed. This is the kind of things that Dana White does to his family members. We all know what he did to Loretta Hunt. We all know what he does to all of us. He's going to blacklist me for even talking to his mother. The MMA Kingdom will probably never see the UFC in person. I'll probably never be credentialed because of this. And so, there was a lot of risk in me talking to June White and reading her book, but it was well worth it because it's a very good book. You got to read it. You guys got to seriously read it. And in the end, she talks about some of the changes that Dana White's made, obviously, and it's kind of horrible. And I think everybody needs to take notice to this and read this book because all of the people that look up to Dana as a god, listen, he is great as being a promoter of MMA and the UFC. He's great at that. This isn't about his professional life, man. This is about his personal life and the way he treats his family. Look at the way he treats people, man. Fighters are, they don't get paid shit. That he'll cut them at the drop of a hat. No emotions, no nothing. Kimbo Slice, man, lost one fucking fight. Officially in the UFC, he got cut. Antonio McKee, same thing, a split decision. I think that I just think that Dana White, man, is so much a tyrant because he wants to do his job right. The UFC changed him, and based on this book, you'll see it. And normally, I have more of a hard style to me, to where. I guess I'm a dick, but this time I got to be moral about things, and I got to think about things. And to be perfectly honest, man, Dana White is a jerk off, man. And if you read, the more you read this book, you'll see it. If you're a Dana White fan, you have to read this book to see the other side, and you can't just bash. You just can't bash June White because you haven't read the book and you think she's just trying to bash her son. She says a lot of good things about her son in this book. if you are a hater of Dana White, you definitely need to read this book. I was a lover of Dana White. People like, Bloodstained Lane called me a Zuffa zombie. Big ups to Bloodstained Lane. We're super cool now. And it was because I was so pro-UFC, and I still am. I love the UFC. I think they're great. But Dana White himself, man, you'll see, is not what people think he is, man. I think everyone needs to read this book to find out these things, whether you like Dana or don't. But big ups to June White. I think you wrote a wonderful book, excellent book. Sorry for all the interruptions in my review, but, I keep shit ghetto, man. That's how I am. So that's what makes me different from everybody else. And Ariel Helwani, I'm not a suit and tie journalist. It's not what I do. I really enjoyed the interview. If you guys haven't heard it, check out MMA Blog Talk Radio / MMA affiliates and listen to the interview. It's episode 41, June White. And we also had Punk Ass from Tap Out. But big ups to June White, man. I really love what she's doing. She's got a fan now, and I really wish Dana would kind of change her ways with her. And with that being said, man, King JB, I'm out this bitch, man. Love all y'all that support me and the MMA Kingdom. And hopefully my opinion on Dana White and my review of this book will not change your opinion on me. But sometimes you just got to keep it real, man. And I'm keeping it real, man. It was a wonderful book, man. And Dana White and Lorenzo Fertitta have already blocked me on Twitter. So I assume I'm now public enemy to Dana and Zuffa because I like June White. And I brought her in. And that's the sad thing, Dana White. When you get mad at people for liking your mother. You know what I'm saying? Think about how sad that sounds, man. Anyway, wonderful book. Go, please, go to www.junewhitemma.com. Go get the book. It's a wonderful book. I'm out.